this house over here with the Portuguese flag on the second story window was the house, was my parents' house. It was this one, even though I don't remember this wall dividing it up. This is the only one that makes sense because there was a separation between the two houses. And that's the window I jumped into to go hide.
Do you want me to get out and film a little bit? Or do you want to get out and film a little bit?
Oops, sorry about that. So anyway, when I was a little kid, and my mother was very ill already, we lived in this particular house over here. So I have very faint memories of this over here. This brings back some sad memories, I think. Watch out. The reason why I'm coming this way is because when I was 5 years old, my mother passed away. And when she passed away, my baby sister, my younger sister, was given away to a family, and she was brought up on that house right at the end of the one with a nice style. So that was my sister's foster parents' home, and this house over here at this corner, it was their grandmother's. My sister's grandmother.
Foster grandmother.
So she inherited this house, and my brother-in-law has been doing massive work.
Hey, you want the phone?
So my brother-in-law has been like a, sorry. So my brother-in-law has been going. He's like a bull on working. Nothing stops him. So he dug all this up by hand so he could have an area to park his car out of the road. And he just finished building up pretty much all of this inside and out. He's been hard at work. I got to give him a lot of credit. I don't know how he does it. No, he cut that back to give access so this would become his parking lot area, not behind the house. So he parks right in here. He chipped away all the concrete that was here and left it on the natural stone wall, which looks good. And he just actually made all these balusters. He brought the form from the United States, and he made the balusters up. Unbelievable. I don't think he's home either. Here's the form that he uses to make those balusters. He touched some tile over here, but he did not finish the side. Well, as I stated a little earlier, I showed the house where I wasn't born there, but I was brought up from a young child over there till the age of 5. And then after my mother's death, I came to live. I was very fortunate, let's put it this way. My father knew a lot of people, and he knew this guy who lived in the United States. He was called the Godfather to everybody. Me, of course, he was my godfather. And this was his home. It's a home with a little bit of a history. I don't know its background history as to how old this house is. I can't find anything on it. But anyway, they were very well-to-do family. And this was the house of the village. There was no house remotely close to the size of this one and what it offered. Even back in the day, it had the electricity, even though it was in generator, but it had its own generator, had power, had running water, had multiple bathrooms throughout, even though things have changed since the time when I was a kid. This whole wall, which that was the school I used to go to. I used to literally jump the wall and go there without walking through the street. But anyway, this whole wall that you see over here, the front of the house, going all the way up to that corner, was different. Because that followed the edge of that pavement that you see here. So all that pole, that whole sidewalk, all of this was front of the house. And don't know how the city or whatever moved that wall or replicated the original wall over there with those gates that used to have a big steel gates over there, except it used to be out here. So the wall just used to follow up this sidewalk that's here and down this way. And so everything beyond here was part of the front of the house, to my right. But since then, at one time the family that brought me up, I know they were offering me the house. The house was offered to me as a kid, as a matter of fact, if I wanted to be adopted legally by them. And I always declined that offer because I knew my father, my brothers, my sisters, everybody was in the United States. And I was living here where my sister, my baby sister, the house that I was just at, was raised up over there. She wasn't aware of us being related, that I was her brother or anything like that. So when I used to run into her, because she used to go down to the school, and when I used to see her, I used to talk with her, play with her, and I used to let her know that she was my sister. And she would go running home crying to her foster parents as to why is Albert saying I'm his sister. And they would explain to her that we used to produce or make a lot of wine. We were one of the big wine producers. Anyway, this was the fig tree that I don't remember being here, and I remember it being much thicker. So this actually might be an offspring from the fig tree, because I could have sworn that the fig tree was originally here. It might have sprung something else up that grew up a little further, and this doesn't look old enough. I'm big enough for what I used to climb. I used to climb this fig tree that used to be here. Yeah, that's, but we are trying to get an offspring from this fig tree to see if it will survive on the boat. We've tried it a couple of times and we haven't been successful. They always seem to suffer the move. So I was hoping that we could actually find something that was rooting from the ground and we could pull up root and all, but I don't think that's happened. What is it, please? So anyway, this was my property. It's funny because we came over here the first time, and there was a big chestnut tree down here that I also remembered. And you know, we came up, and it was pretty much on the edge of the cliff. It's like, wow, it's dangerous. I don't remember it being like that. We came back the following time, and the wind had, and the rain had washed it down, had fallen.
After a bad storm, yeah.
Yeah, it had washed it down, had fallen across the way. So things change over here very quickly. This over here, I don't remember exactly how, but I used to cross this area through here
Yeah.
to go into those
Was it on
fields
the
on that
man-made
side.
bridge?
No, there was no man-made bridge.
No?
But I see wood structures over there. There's pallets,
Yeah.
wood pallets. There's I don't know what that looks like. There's stonework. I don't know. This used to be all planted with yams on this side.
Okay.
That's what we used to grow on that side.
Can be unpredictable.
Want to make it?
I think I will.
All these stones that are here were from different structures of the house, because they were outhouses over there. The granelle is like a barn that was on stilts. There was one there. There's certain things I don't remember being here, which I know they had to have been, but I don't remember them necessarily being here from my time. Like I remember this, but I don't remember yet this storage structure that's underneath here, underneath the stairs. I thought this was like an open stairs over here, and it looks like it was added, that enclosure over there. This was a pig pen. Was never used as a pig pen when I was brought up here. This was actually a compost bin. All the compost used to be built up over here to bring to the fields. And we did have pig pens, but all the pig pens were up here. So the pig pens are behind the barn over here, the garage. This garage wasn't exactly like this, but there was a structure that was here all the way from the beginning. And this is a new roof structure and fairly new building, and well built too. It's a shame to see what people resort to. They come in here and do drugs and so on and so forth. Fun? Where are you? Don't go inside. Okay. Anyway, so homeless drug addicts come in here and have made this their half-house getaway. Here's a cobblestone showing up over here. And they just make a mess. They knock this wall down and they make this home. But this is one of those homes that was built out of nice stone walls and not pebbles. Very, very different from what it used to be.
Watch where you set this, some number 2 over there.
Yeah, very different. This whole balcony over here is new. This does not exist. The staircase used to be around this corner, leading up to the second floor. So much has changed. there's a pass-through over here. I'm really not sure what was the purpose of these pass-throughs, but this would go underneath the garden. I never dared go in there and explore it, but to go underneath the garden, go around the front of the house, and come up in the kitchen, the downstairs kitchen, on the back end of the house. Yeah, there used to be an inner wall. I don't know if that's remnants of it, that used to follow up around over here. And so when you would come in into this part, you did not have a gate over here. You had a drive that followed up this radius wall that used to come up to the beginning of the property over there. That's how this was divided up. Not the way it is right now. Definitely not a drive-through over here. There was a double wall here. The one that led to the front, which I said was out there, and a wall that just used to follow this. And this is pretty much the way it used to be, but it was much taller. All of this was lowered down. I don't know exactly how, but this whole field over here was very different. Very different. This was the also known House of the Lions, because there were always decoration pieces over here. There were lions over here in the front, columns of the stairwell, and on the two sides. The one that was here was broken last time we were here. The new owner took notice. Now it's completely gone, and there's still one lion over there on that side. I believe my cousin says he knows of the house that inherited these lions that stole it out of here in Santa Barbara.
5 finger discount.
Five
That's
finger
what we call it.
discount, yeah. 5 finger discount, which is in Santa Barbara. Proudly displayed. And these were very unique to this house. 8-foot wall, 8-foot door. Front door. The windows are 6 feet. So you can see, this was quite a house back in the day. And they would still be brought up to quite a house.
The new owners put that with it?
Yeah, so it's a permit is pulled on it. It's supposed to be done in December of 25. What are you doing, babe?
I was going to see if I could take a piece out of here to make a bonsai.
You don't want a bonsai out of there.
How do you know?
Because that doesn't say bonsai on it. That's a terrible bonsai. It's too tall.
Well, to twist it.
That would be a terrible bonsai. That's not a bonsai, man. Come on. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah. So, this was the school that I used to go to. My sister used to go to that school down there. This used to hold comedy plays over here on this house.
And there's your church.
Yeah, there's my church. One of the first drawings I drew up as a kid. The first one was a cow.
Right.
Because I saw somebody painting a cow at the dairy
Okay.
place over there.
Okay.
So I was all excited that I saw somebody drawing a cow.
Yep.
And I drew that. And then from the cow, I started drawing that church left and right. Every paper that I had, I was drawing that particular building. And I've been lucky enough all this time. My brother let me borrow his car for us to get around in the island. So, thank you, Amos. He's coming to visit us very soon, so he'll have his car back.
Only for 3 weeks. And
Yeah.
then we leave it anyway.
Yeah.
Eee, my pants. Walking through the gap back there.
Okay, time to hit the road and go back home.
Okay.